What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean that what is true disappears. What it means is that truth becomes translucent. It becomes like glass. It becomes something that love shines through. And the example we used yesterday was, again, a little kid or a little family. They make breakfast for mom and dad. They burn the toast. Well, hopefully, as a parent, we don't see the burned toast. We see the love that was behind trying to make the toast, and that's where the truth becomes less and less significant. The burnt toast is not the most significant thing by far. I think we all would agree on that. And we start to see the love underneath. And this is actually when you start to play it out. I've been playing it out over a couple of days now. When you start to play it out, huge implications here, just huge implications. And what are these implications? Well, once we start to understand, oh yeah, and what is angelic, if seeing the world from the perspective an angel would see it, is seeing through that glass and seeing through right to that love. And that's why again and again we get told about how angels are not judgmental. They don't hold anybody harshly. They're not interested in testing people. They're not interested in punishing people. They just see that love. Now, we can't race there too soon. I mean, I spent a lot of my time teaching in high school environments, and truth is really important. Like, it's really important for kids to learn to toe the line. Discipline, critically important. And that means that there's some harshness, that has to happen for us to move through the teenage years in any kind of effective way. And just simply believing that if we just love with no truth to it, with no consequences, with no accountability, that somehow that will best serve our children. I would push back on that pretty stridently. And we do want to be constantly evolving. We want to constantly be evolving to this place where we really are seeing the love that's underneath. And even when we're giving consequences, or even when we're having to say hard things, if we say them but somebody knows they really see what's underneath, really see who we are, it's much easier to do. So what I wanted to talk about briefly today was the idea of the strange connection of honesty and love. And one of the ones that's interesting to me, and this comes out of the 12-step tradition, there are a number of different ways you could say what the bedrock of the 12-step tradition, Al-Anon, Nar-Anon, all that stuff, what the bedrock is. One of them might be this. One of them might be rigorous honesty. That until there's absolute rigorous honesty, it is incredibly hard to make changes in our lives. And so what's this connection with love? A lot of the time with the people we love, we don't want to let them down. We don't want to disappoint them. We certainly don't want them not to love us, at an extreme. And so what we often do is we hold back. A friend of mine calls these withholds. We have a bunch of withholds. We're like, I just don't want to say that because, that could hurt the love. Don't want to do that. Now, are there times to do that? Obviously, there are many times to do that. And we can take that too far, where it just becomes this reticence becomes really a measure of self-protection. It's really not about creating a loving relationship. It's really about protecting myself. And that's where it kind of lapses into something that's not so healthy spiritually. It is interesting. One way to, kind of hold this and kind of environments we want to the kind of environments we want to create, is we want to create an environment where the other people or other people in our lives, other people in our lives, knows so deeply into their soul that we really see them completely. And we really see it. We see through that transparent outer coating into the love that's deep within them. We really absolutely see that. And that is never open for question. That's key. That is never open for question. That cannot be damaged. That is just, we truly see them. And I think that is what it is, actually, to be truly seen. And isn't it interesting when we're with those kinds of people who we feel can truly see us, where our value, where our worth is not open for question, our humanity not open for question, it hopefully, and I think it does a lot of the time, allow for a level of rigorous honesty that's really significant. We can really be totally honest and upfront about something because we're not worried about there being some dire consequence. I think about this morning. This morning came down, I go out for an early morning walk, came down, knocked the clock off the wall, the battery goes scooting away, I can't find it. and I leave a little note for my wife. Now there's this 12-year-old boy that doesn't want to be in trouble and wants to just put the clock there and just gently leave the room and let someone else discover it. But being in a loving relationship is what I can do is I can just say, honey, I knocked it off. I can't find the battery. My apologies. I'll bring bring a battery from the office, et cetera, et cetera. Because of love, there's an ability to have a rigorous honesty there. And it's a small little fry thing, but that really makes a difference. So I guess there's kind of two calls to action here. One is, make sure those people in your life who you really do have deeply loving relationships with, and hopefully that circle's ever expanding, but at least for the people for today and that, make sure that they know that you really see them. I don't know how you do that. Maybe you probably have better ideas than I do about how to do that. But just know that they really, really have that you see them. And so that creates a space for honesty. And then on the other side, practice rigorous honesty with those people who do see you that way. And you might be surprised just at the level of support, because it's interesting, right? And this is again, God's economy is crazy because it ends up being all these mutually reinforcing cycles that are just staggering in their beauty in so many ways. So we really love someone, the truth, quote unquote, becomes translucent. The love is shining through. We see right through to that love. That allows them to be rigorously honest about areas where they may need help, areas where they may need the relationship, lots of rigorous honesty. And because of that rigorous honesty that comes back, it allows the relationship to be even more loving. So truth and loving kind of have this cycle where they're constantly reinforcing each other. And it's all because the truth has become translucent, has become a way to see more deeply into the love. Now that's heaven. I mean, and that's again, we can start to get a sense of eternity, start to get a sense of how eternity moves forward, and start to get an idea of the strange connection of honesty and love that in the end may not be so strange. It can be counterintuitive. It can be something we don't see that often in this world, but oh my goodness, is it a powerful, powerful thing to see. So that's the thought for today, friends. I hope that makes a lot of sense to you. And now we're going to shift gears. When we shift gears, we go much slower, much quieter. This is just a time for us to have a meditative moment as we just try to get ourselves focused on the day. And with that, what I'm going to start with here is I'm going to start with ringing our little prayer bell, and we move into a little meditation, then a prayer, then a blessing, and then we say hi to folks on Facebook. So get a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's get a little cheery hello to folks. And again, I hope everybody's having a great day. I'll tell you, I love my morning walks, and there's just something about getting out there early in the morning that always is this beautiful reminder of how good and beautiful and an amazing life is. All right, nothing over there. Let's see if we get any comments over here. All righty, okay, a couple of comments over here. Marcus, good morning to you. Great to see you joining us. Sherry, good morning from warm and sunny Tennessee. What happened to the fall? Yeah, it's we have not hit the Indian summer yet, but I am sure it is on its way. All right, and Linda, good morning to you. I hope you're doing very well, my friend. So, dear all, blessings to each and every one of you. Again, the 95% of people watch this archive. Feel free to leave a comment. It's always great to hear from you, even if it's sometimes those comments are weeks or months down the road. It's always great to hear from you and hear what your thoughts are as we join this journey together. So, friends, God bless, take care, and a little final word of appreciation around your generous support of New Church Live. Like our content? It's funded by viewers like you. Please consider becoming a sustaining supporter of New Church Live today. Take care, my friends.